When I knew my sister was going to be dying, I spent some time talking to her colleagues at the LEED. And I said, let's do something to honor my sister. Come up with some great ideas. And they came up with a wonderful idea to honor Sue by saying, let's take the patio and underutilized space and develop a garden. It was a wonderful way to honor two things she loved, the LEED and gardening. The next question was, well, how does it get done? And the most relevant place to look is right in our backyard. The Dirtwork Studio at KU, which enables third-year students in architecture and design to actually have some real practical real-world experience on how to not only design, but how to build.
We're currently in Haven Studio, which was a design build project completed by Dirtwork Studio in 2023. Haven Studios produces 80% more energy than it consumes, and the extra energy is used to offset some of the energy load in the adjacent design build studio. Working on the Sue Mingo Garden and honoring an important individual in our community aligns with what we often do, which is to support our community. The LEED Center is an ideal collaborator with KU Architecture and Dirtwork Studio for a lot of reasons. The mission to support arts education in our community is shared. Students are responsible for almost every aspect of the project, from early conceptual design through design development and construction documentation. They are responsible for construction schedules, for cost estimates. They work closely with all of our vendors. We do have specific leadership roles, but the students aren't siloed to those roles, and that's really important to me. They work in those roles, but they also work collaboratively on all other aspects of the project under other people's leadership. For example, all the students will have worked together to decide what we're going to be fabricating in steel. And then some students will take a lead on the steel fabrication, but other students will have been involved in things like procuring the steel or integrating the steel in some other assembly. And so their hands are on all pieces of it, even if they might not be the lead in that particular part.
I am a research manager for the Dirtwork Studio. I'm heavily involved in the research of materials, determining what would be the most cost-effective material, as well as what materials would maintain longevity throughout the project and make sure they're sustainable as well. I'm heavily involved in the budgeting of the project. I was familiar with students who had previously been in the Dirtwork Studio. I know they were known for their rammed earth projects. I think having a design build project, having the opportunity to see that from start to finish, see how it will be used and how it will function, I think that that's very cool.
I'm the studio lead, so that is kind of like an overall role, seeing all my classmates and keeping track of what they're doing, kind of having a little bit of knowledge about everything. Not that I'm really the boss, but just keeping track and making sure I know what's going on in the studio. And then that's also a lot of contact with KU and the LEED Center, making sure we have the permit set and things like that.
My role is the construction manager, so most of my leadership role starts after spring break whenever we break ground on site. So I will be one of two people who will be on site every single day. We'll make sure that all of the tools get there for everyone else to use. We will make sure everybody is prepared as they can be on site. And then we will be facilitating the work that's going to be done there and making sure everybody has a job and we're getting everything done in a timely manner.
Rammed earth is obviously key to Dirtwork Studio. It's been utilized a lot. I think everyone coming in here, we had a discussion day one that rammed earth was something we wanted to utilize throughout our project. And we really chose to lean into it because we wanted to tie it back to the ground, to the environment, directly to the site.
When we're mixing the rammed earth mixture, we have a soil that we use, and then we add cement, fly ash, and whatever pigment. Then we have to add cement to kind of hold it together. And that's why we have to ram it down, as well as just to make it as compact as possible. And that's how we can get it to where you can put so much pressure on it without breaking. Standing in front of our rammed earth wall. Very exciting. We took the formwork off this morning. So here it is in all its glory.
So I'm the structural design manager. Basically, it's the math part of the architecture. So we have to do all the calculations of the gravity, the wind, the dead loads, the live loads, everything that's happening on the site, the foundation dimensions, and how we are going to do the foundations, how we are going to reinforce our concrete with the rebars, and how the rammed earth is going to be connected with the anchor bolts.
We decided to utilize weathering steel throughout our project because as metals or any material is exposed to the weather, it's going to degrade, or at least it won't maintain its appearance or even its strength and functionality. So we decided to lean towards a material that hopefully by pre-weathering and already developing a layer of patina will maintain the material's look and also its durability. The bottom layer of the roof is going to be cross-laminated timber, or CLT, and that allows for strength in both the weak axis and the strong axis, which we have some large cantilevers on our roof as well, so that'll help assist with that. So that's our base layer. Above that we have steel tubing, which contributes to the structure as well, to support those cantilevers. The steel tubing connects our two columns as well as the screen wall above the rammed earth wall. So it connects those members structurally. Within that same layer, we also have roof sleepers. It's plywood members that are cut to elevate and create that slope within the roof. Above that, we have plywood sheathing that just basically is creating our roof structure, which then we will cover with the liquid applied roofing membrane, and that will serve as our actual roof. All of this is wrapped with a weathering steel fascia.
While that's going on, we're also continuing the gabion wall. That's should be pretty smooth once we get the cage on there, because all that's left is we have our rocks that got delivered earlier today. So we'll put those in there. We're going to organize them based on color and try to match the sort of rammed earth layer effect in the wall.
We wanted it to be very natural. We wanted people to be able to immerse themselves. And I think that native plants are a really wonderful way to go, especially because it's the lead center of Kansas, so we wanted Kansas to surround it in every way that we can.
We're going to use a bloom chart that's going to have a feature of some colors, some grasses all over the year, in the winter time, fall, spring, and all the times. And we are engaging the pollinators and hummingbirds.
This is very exciting that we actually get to see something that we designed be built, and it's somewhere close that we can go and visit and we can take our families to, and they get to see what we've made.
It's important for me that I can deliver a holistic education for all of the students, so I want them to be a part of every part of the project as much as possible.
I think for Dirtworks specifically, I knew that they had worked on projects that were very impactful and permanent. I was very drawn towards thinking about the future and how something that I design and build could be lasting and have an impact on people.
I think it's wonderful that we're doing the design build because I think it'll help us be better in our careers in the future.
Thank you to the Lead Center and Kathy for giving us this opportunity to work on the Sue Mango Garden and honor the memory of her sister and her legacy at the Lead Center as well as throughout the Lawrence community.